Okay, so we are live. It's saying live. Hi guys, Sharon Mango in the house. Original Sharon Mango at that. But anyway, Sharon Mango in the house, and we are here today with the illustrious. We're gonna put the illustrious
Oh, that's so lovely.
Anthony Brightly.
Oh, that's so lovely.
The illustrious Anthony Brightly. So today, guys, Anthony is last time Anthony was with us, he was telling us about this movie. We were getting so excited. I even tried to attend, but it was too far for me to go when I came to London because I did. And I
Right.
was by myself and I said, damn, I can't go. I said, all right, it's all good. I tried to be a part of the in scene, but it didn't work out. But either
Oh,
way,
yeah. So that was the time when they had the bad storm and they told everyone to stay in their house.
right, right.
That's
So I was still gonna try making a storm. Does me how look me just reach out England and me I go, but me I go sit down in the house. So I did. It worked out fine
yeah.
because I said, all right, next time I'm gonna be right smack in one of these movies. But anyway, our guest today is Anthony Brightly, and he's here to tell us about the movie. The movie's coming out May 28th. Um, I'm gonna let him give you all the details, but it's so exciting to know it's done. I think this is your second movie. Your first movie was Sticksman, right? Was it Sticksman?
Yeah, this is my actually fourth movie now.
Oh, fourth. I'm missing a couple of them. All right, then.
Yeah.
So
So
we,
we started off with Young Gifted and Black, which was a short
okay.
documentary.
Mm,
And then we did the Six Man movie, which was a short movie.
mm.
Then we did D-Jam Reloaded, which is a feature. And
Okay.
now we've got For the Love, which is also a feature.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh my God, I'm missing movies. So if me not have them movie, I'm gonna just go and pick up the phone and go and say, Anthony, send me the movie because I can't find it. I have got to watch all these movies. But anyway, this movie is called. Is it For the Love?
For the Love.
Yeah, that's real deep. For the love of music, for the love of our history, this is going to be something.
You've
S-
worked it out in one
Yeah,
strip.
that's exactly what it is. It's for the love. It's. I get it, and I haven't seen it yet, but I get it. So, Anthony, real quick,
All right.
I have to pull you back some. So, tell us about this movie, which is coming out again, folks, May 28th, right?
May the 28th, yeah.
Right. Go ahead,
So
Anthony.
we have the red carpet feature on May the 28th.
Okay.
And the movie is about the things we do for love
Mm-hmm.
and how our culture has been, I won't say erased, but altered. And
Oh, okay.
and we're looking at how the youngest of the generation
Mm,
wants to know. So, when kids are really young,
yeah.
they want to know. So you
Right.
got the eagerness of the young person wanting to know.
Mm-hmm.
You got the missing link of a young person who's studied, gone to university, and finding his life, and then recognizing he's missing
Mm,
something,
mm,
and he's searching by watching videos, trying to find out what there is,
mm,
and he believes going to the Caribbean is the answer
mm.
because everything in the UK has changed. So,
Yes.
and to how everything in the UK has changed, it's just one. It's just one scene now. Whereas before there used to be two and three scenes, there's only one scene in the UK now, which is the scene.
Yeah.
Whereas back in the day, you would have pop scene, a soul scene, a reggae scene, a
Yeah.
room scene, a
Yeah.
this scene, and that side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you had a black scene, you had a white scene, but it's all one melting pot now.
Mm-hmm.
And the only people who've got their own scene is the older generation, where some of them, the young people are going, but on a whole, it's just another generation. And we're not saying anything's wrong with it, but it's just what it is. But there are some people who are totally missing out on the joys of what a Caribbean or British Caribbean environment is to grow up in. So this young man is just trying to put the pieces together. And then he realizes that the person is trying to put his things together, and then is his father. So it's like, oops, what's this? And and it's, you might as well say this is just like an introduction to the next movie. So it's a lot of bits and pieces where you get together, and then you end up by saying, like my granddaughter says, "Granddad, this is too much information for one movie. You need to do the next movie." And it opens the door to the next movie.
Okay.
And that's the synopsis. And in the midst of all of that, there's different parts in the movie that you hear a selection of music recorded by Black Slate, which has purposely been done to really just like celebrate some of those tracks that have been recorded in the past.
Oh yeah.
And because of the I won't say the lack of anything, I would just say we've just got young people singing tracks that we grew up on. So we're bridging the gap by having the elders perform and the elders make and the youngers perform.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you got songs like 6th Street, Even Though You're Gone, If I Had the Key to the World, Let Me Down Easy.
Yes.
So these are just all beautiful love songs, but we're using them in the case of where, you know, let me down easy because my heart's broken.
Yeah.
You've left me, you don't want to have me, and you're gone with that man, that number 6th Street down the road. You know what I mean? Like, so you just hearing these songs, and you're putting them in a content that breaks your heart, or your, you know what I mean? And, you know, Baby I'm Yours, we've recorded. And and then there's a girl and a boy in it, and she sings One Girl to Lit because she sees the guy who goes off to another girl. She thinks because she's got a credit score, she's got a degree, she has her money, she has a car, she has a house, then she recognizes that money ain't everything. So there's different things that we've put together that's made you realize, you know, and we just put it in song. Song and pictures and cutaways for you to just, and then you got songs like Your Love that just represents how beautiful love is and what it is to your ears and music. So
Well, I'm excited. So again, I know I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. It's like you've taken us back.
In the present.
You've taken us back. Then it's going to bring us to the middle. And then it's going to show us the now, right? That's really what.
Yeah.
This is going to be all.
It's a story of the past told in the present.
How exciting. So let me ask you, how did you get to choose your people? Now I know, if people didn't know, I know your son, who has an amazing voice. Amazing voice. Is he in the movie?
No, just his voice. Well, he's in the movie. He performs in the movie.
Okay.
He does perform in the movie, yeah. But he's not actually acting in the movie.
Wow. Amazing voice. I mean, God, it's like almost a replica of young Black Slate when I heard him do Amigo.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs. And so how did you get to choose your actors? Like, where are these people coming from?
Well, okay, so when we first did Amigo, I mean,
Mm,
when we first did the six-man movie,
mm,
we sort of just put in the stage magazines that we're applying, we've got, because it was a short movie, I didn't really think that much people were gonna, apply. But we had like 10, 15 people for each part.
okay.
And there were only like one and two liners in the movie. And I asked what it is that has created this, like what. And what they said is that no one's writing films for us. So anytime there's a film or part, everybody's rushing for the one part because there's no films.
Makes
So
sense.
and so I said to um, Daniel at the time, who was my director. I
Mm,
said, I said, this is big business, Daniel, because you've got all these actors,
mm,
you've got screenwriters, you've got writers, you've got all these people in the industry that can't get no work. I said, we might as well turn around and do this business,
right,
but do it and create it as an industry
right.
because we don't have enough black movies out there. Full stop. You know what I mean? And everyone would love to
Mm,
to watch a movie, especially with black British culture in it, because there's so many stories that have never been. You know what I mean? Like if you think of how many World War One and Two and Three movies are they gonna do, but they keep on doing them from somebody else's angle.
yeah,
Many more Titanic movies, they keep on doing like that. Well, this is why I'm saying we should open a film studio. And that's why I've gone that step further to create a film studio.
mm,
But as far as I'm concerned, really, the way forward is that it can't be my studio. So it can't start with me and finish with me. It's got to be our studio.
yeah.
So that whether I'm here or not,
Mm,
it can continue.
mhm.
And people they have, like, who owns Hollywood? Well, Hollywood is Hollywood, and people go to Hollywood to be part of Hollywood.
Right.
Well, it's to create our own place where people know I can go there, and there's work for me. I can find work.
Mm,
It doesn't matter what field I'm in. If I want to train to be something, I can go there. And that's really ultimately what this is about. So I'm
mm,
using my films to actually ultimately create a film industry that's owned by us, the people.
mhm, mhm.
Where whether you own 10% of it, £10 of it, £1,000 of it, 15,000, whatever it is that you choose to do, I've basically said, right, I've created the space, and the
Mhm,
space is to be owned by the people,
mm,
and they
mhm,
will see what their money has done.
mhm.
And if it's not in our lifetime, then it'll definitely be in our grandchildren's lifetime, where they say, I have a certificate, I have a share in that place, and it has a value, and it has a legal value.
Mhm, mhm.
So too many times do you have parents taking their children to drama school, week in, week out. And then when they're looking, there's no part for them. If it's in England, you have the one Grange Hill, and them have one part for one black person once a year. You know what I mean? All right, maybe two. But you've got,
Great
like,
chill. I can't believe you said that.
but you've got hundreds of black kids who want to get into Granger.
Yeah, it's true because I know I did.
All right, good. I rest my case. I rest my case.
There was
I rest my
nothing.
case.
Wait, there was nothing for us. There wasn't anything for
Yeah.
us. And I think that I was always in drama school and we did one get in. I just wanted to be a part of it. You know, I just always saw myself in that and there's nothing for us.
Yeah.
Nothing.
And this is why I'm saying maybe it's based in the Caribbean, so be the case, but at least we can own it. Because to own something in New York, to own something in London, to own something, it's almost impossible. But by donating something in the Caribbean that I already own, it means that no one can take it away.
Right.
But with the money that makes, it can then say, right, we're going to buy that building in the UK. We're going to buy another branch in New York. We're going to create one in Ghana, and have basically our own network of films that people can see. Look at it this way. Say you wanted to watch 1 hour a week of something black. Just 1 hour a week. That's 52 programs that's got to be made.
Heard. Okay, got it. You're right.
And I can't make 52 programs in 1 week.
Yeah.
In 1 year.
Yeah.
I just about can make one. So you get people committing to it from now. It means that we're able to employ, invest, and create, buy equipment, set up, and make multiple movies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Daniel, just in this interview, when I finish, I'll call you back. Yeah, so that's where we are. So I this film premiere is really a testament to where we are in our industry. So as I would say to people, it's not about whether you like or not like the movie. It's about saying to you that, look, 4 years, 4 movies. Come on.
Okay. Come on.
And I'll tell them straight. I've used my own and their investment, because everyone who's going to turn up, they're turning up. The way it was advertised, Andy Brighty's made another movie, and they're coming to the door. So now I'm going to say, come on now. There's too many stories here that needs to be documented. So come on holiday, spend a week in Antigua, and sit down with a story writer. Give a story writer a job to do. Let them listen to your story. We catalog these stories. We create these films, because there are so many stories we have out there.
So many.
And that's not even the creative ones. That's just the real stories.
Yeah.
Some are horrifying.
Yeah.
But it's a real story. You know what I mean? We don't need to see another slave movie of how horrifying it was for them. We've got our own horrific things that has happened to us.
Yeah.
That needs to be dramatized, that people can understand, but dramatized, but also become entertainment.
Right.
You know, it's like someone goes to watch a horror movie, and they dramatize by the horrific behavior of someone cutting off somebody's neck. Is it true or not true? It's neither here or there. It's entertainment. But it gives you something to take away. You walk down the road, you say to yourself, that road too dark, I'm not walking down it. You know, like, just whether it's as simple as stupidness like that, or it's something like someone experiences a divorce and they say, boy, I can imagine how that man feels. Well, it's a drama, but you still imagine how it feels. So
Right, right.
I can remember seeing a film called Kramer versus Kramer. I never forget it.
Oh, yes, I remember that. I remember
And I
that.
remember saying, leaving there with my girlfriend and saying, you know what, let us make sure we're in agreement in what we're doing.
Yeah,
So that's the power of a movie.
yeah, yeah.
And that's what this is about. It's another way of sharing who we are, what we do, how we've done it. And yes, let's move forward.
Yes, it's our story. I mean, you're telling our story with music and life, real life, and I think that, well, for me, I personally can say that it's kind of needed. You know, you need a little switch up
Yeah.
from the norm. Everything, things about the norm,
Yeah.
right?
How
You need
many
to switch
how
up.
many more gangster movies do we need? How many more slavery movies do we need?
How many more? Like, if you don't know the story, then I guess you have to watch it. And honestly, I can't watch all of them because it's like being pulled back into it
It's
and making you
right.
feel some type of when the world is evolved now. We
Yeah.
know what happened. It's not happening
Or,
now.
or it's like saying to yourself, oh, something similar is still happening now. Oh, so, but it's better than then. So accept how it is now, type of thing. It's
It's
almost like indirectly telling you to accept the way things are now because it's not going to get much better than this, but it's better than what it was before. Because before we would even let you into our schools, type of thing.
exactly, exactly,
So,
exactly. So it's almost like it's it's what's the word I want to use for that? It's like indirectly, but directly still targeting you. Again, what I was going to say is that some of them I don't watch.
right, that's right.
I don't.
And
Why am I don't need that.
I don't need to watch another one.
I don't need
Don't
to watch another
don't
one.
catch me in another one. That's right.
Right. I
And
don't. Hmm.
and I think our industry is growing, and we have an audience. We know we have an audience.
Yeah.
We definitely have an audience, and and let's create our own network.
Hmm.
Let's have a
Hmm.
home. Let's make it something special. You know what I mean? When people say, "Oh, I'm going to Disneyland," well, when somebody says, "Well, yeah, I'm going to the Lovers Rock Cafe at the Buckley's Country Club because they've made movies there,"
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Let me see the wall with
Yeah.
all of the pictures on there. Let
Yeah.
me see the history. Maybe I might see the young Anaya there to tell me the story. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's now a scene. It's now a site. It's now somewhere to go
Hmm.
because you know what I mean, Jamaica is making movies, but they're still upsetting people with the movies they made. Look, they've just made a movie with Andre, what's his name? Jafakan. And
Right. I don't, well, you could give me a brief synopsis on that, but
well,
I've
it's
heard about this, but what it's about what though?
it's about a white man who's pretending to be a Jamaican.
Okay.
All right. But it's not about I have no problem I have no problem with the fact that they've made a movie like that because it's a comedy. So it's a
Mhm.
joke.
Right.
Which is fine. But as I said, it's only what is that the second movie with black people, with Caribbean people or British Caribbean people in it? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? For the year. Only two?
Mm-hmm.
That's only 3 hours
Yeah, 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 yeah.
in a year. And if we were to calculate how many awake hours we have, or say we have, all right, just say for example, we have 3 hours of entertainment a day.
Right.
Out of our full work day, 3 of those hours is for your personal entertainment a
Mm-hmm.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 365, that's that's what, 1,100 and something hours a year.
Mm-hmm.
And they've given us 6 hours of entertainment to fulfill that time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So when you look at it that way, whether you're at home sitting down watching Netflix, we've only got that amount of hours of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
For what? In America, 12 million blacks. For England, 2 million blacks. In the Caribbean, 10 million blacks. You know what I mean? For 30 odd million people.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So this is what I'm saying. The market is huge, and we have to own it. I'm not looking for anyone to do it for us apart from encouraging our own people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm selling. I'm a salesman now. I'm using myself to be a salesman. I've lived most of my years. I don't know how much of my years I've lived, but I know I've lived a lot of them already.
Mm-hmm.
So in my lifetime, I want people to realize and say, right, you know what I mean? Hollywood still continues. Doesn't matter who the owner is. It still continues.
Yeah.
Well, it will continue.
Mm-hmm.
It'll have a location, it'll have ownership, and people will have shares, and people will earn out of their own entertainment.
Yeah. True. That's true. That makes sense.
You know what I mean? When these people turn up, I'm going to say, look, this is not a free festival where you come to watch free movies. I said, I've charged every single one of you to come inside here, to whether you like it or not, but so I can talk to you and say, right, this is what I've done with your investment. We need more money.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. There's all these young actors out there that are, when we were auditioning for this movie, we had over 800 applicants.
Wow.
British base. 800 British base.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And my movie would be classed as a low cost, low budget movie.
Low budget movie, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But 800 people applying for it.
Wow.
Who at least have two parents. Or I say them only have one parent.
Mm-hmm.
Worst way. That's another 800.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1,600 people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure they know one person. So that's 3,200 people. You see the numbers build up. There's too many. As I said, there's too much. So that's where I'm about. So I've used my story to get the people out, so I can just say, look, we're just trying to build our own industry here, and let's do it, and let's own it, so no one can take it away. I don't want a handout from the government where you get 10 councillors today say, all right, let's give them something, and then in 10 years' time they say, well, we don't want that here anymore. So we lose it. No, you don't sit and build a mosque and then them pull down the mosque. You don't sit and build a synagogue and then them take away the synagogue. No, it's there forever. In my area, there's a synagogue on the Leafage Road. It's still there, and it was there when we born and have sense. It was there, and it's still there now. So come on, how does this work? Even when it's derelict, it was still there.
Yeah.
We don't have no monumental building that we say, right, oh, you see that building there? That was the first. Every club that would have been historical has been teared down. Norwich, Apex Business, Phoebe's, block of flats. And I can go around England and it's the same problem. So where do we go from here? Come on. So that's where I'm at. That's how I feel, and that's why I wanna. That's what this is all about for me.
Listen, I think that nothing before the time. Number one, nothing before the time. So this jumping off now is 100. It's needed.
Yeah.
It's needed because people are starting to lose hope. So you start to go into things you ain't supposed to be in, especially these young people. If they even really knew our story, they might sit down and be like, oh, wait a minute, wait.
Right.
I didn't know daddy went through that. I didn't know. I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because if they think that hard times is now, we went through some stuff.
Yeah.
Anthony, we went through some stuff back then.
Yeah.
And music saved us.
Yeah. So this is why the importance of our culture being recorded.
Yes.
You know, having the funds to make a proper movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Imagine, can you imagine the story of the families of the 14 people, children who died at the New Cross fire?
Ah, I will never forget. Yes. Yes.
But it's a drama.
Yeah.
It's no different to you watching the Titanic. You understand? So just how we can make the Titanic, we can make a drama, but something that is our history.
Yeah. That is our history.
You know what I mean? We can talk about the Brixton riots, but we don't have the kind of budget to do a film that really tells the story about the Brixton
right,
or really tells the story about the riot in Dalston or the riot in Tottenham.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? No one knows that the policeman leave Tottenham and go to somebody else, kick down them door, and the woman have a heart attack. And the whole of the community turn and say, oh, we're not taking that.
Yes.
We don't have the budget to make those things. You understand? But they need to be made.
It's true. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. There's hundreds of stories to be told. There's so many.
And there's nowhere for people to go to tell them. And what we want to do is create, whether you sit down in front of a computer and just talk, whether you take your time and say, let me have a holiday, and when I go on my holiday, I can turn around and talk and leave my story in the studio. We archive it, and so on and so on. And because there's no one archiving our business.
Yes. Yes. Wow.
You can say, this is my story, and it's private. I don't want no one to know who I was, but I don't want it to happen to somebody else. This is what happened. It becomes a movie.
Yeah. So many stuff. Boy, you know.
Okay, I rest my case. And
listen,
and when you stop and you think, it's like, hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute.
Yes.
And the beautiful thing about now, we have directors. We have multiple black directors that don't get the opportunity to direct movies. Mm-hmm. We've got writers, we have screenwriters. You got people with the skill to listen to your story and write your story in a screenplay or in a film, you know what I mean? Whether it would turn into a documentary, whatever it needs to be. But there are so many things that we need to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or what's going to happen? Everyone's going to run and go to other people's culture where they think there's an opportunity. Behave how we do not behave, but because that's the only way you can get that job, come on. Mm-hmm. And that's where we are right now.
Bye. Listen.
you get me going, you know.
But listen, I think that this is good that you're talking this out because, again, it's just not about this movie. It's not just about that. It's what you've now created. You've now opening that door. You know what I mean? It's that door that needs to be open. Just if you get the crack open. You get the look at opening, and then you're going to be charging through. And that's exactly what's going to happen with this movie, because it's just that. It's a story of many stories. It's going to be reminiscent to many people's lives, especially us, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then seeing it on film, something like, when you watch a movie, whatever movie, people could think about a movie that they loved, and you see us now on there, it changes the whole perspective.
It does.
Really
we will be able to start having our own movie awards.
Mm-hmm.
For plays, for this director, for that, blah, blah. Because we need them. What are you aspiring to? You've got guys who have sci-fi ideas, who's got all sorts of crazy ideas, but we don't get the budget. Well, let's create the board for the budget. Let us watch our movies. Let's pay to watch them so we can make more. Tell somebody. Don't take it on a bootleg. Just subscribe to something, but be part of something that you can share in your house. Subscribe. Just subscribe to what we're doing.
Yeah.
Even the worst case, your subscription gives you 1 for 2 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I mean, and trust that we will have a body of people who is money. We're not trying to do charity. We're the business. It's business we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's not until you actually earn and you say, my God, my shares not earn as worth this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you realize, but it really works. Or you see something, you say, yeah, man, me own piece of that, Just like that. I own piece of that. Ownership. Your child grows up, oh yeah. Well, if you go to drama school, no, we start having our own drama schools.
Yeah.
That gives you somewhere to go. So we have drama schools, we have dormitories, we have everything that you need. So you can leave from here and then you go to there to perfect your craft.
Mm-hmm.
You get to that country, you'll be able to, you're going to get a part. You just have to be good enough for the part.
Right.
Because it's excellence is the order of the day. So if you don't get the lead role, you get the second role. If you don't get the second role, you get even if you just get the person standing up in the hallway, whatever the case, but you get a role.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You get a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that's the model where I'm off. You know what I mean? And what I'm explaining to people is that being in this music industry all my life has made me feel pretty much responsible for something. Because I've been made by the people. You know what I mean? Yes, I worked. Yes, I make music or what the kids. But at the end of the day, if no one ever buy a record, if no one ever enter my club, if no one ever did participate to anything that I thought was a good idea, I wouldn't be having this conversation today. And I will tell you for nothing that this movie has taken me to the point to talk like how I talk now. I talk like this now because of where this movie has taken me. Not only me, it's taken mine, it's taken my brothers, my cousin, me everybody me know to get to where we are today. But we've exhausted every penny because this is what we've believed in. So now, come on.
Listen, saying that is real talk, and I'm going to say why it's real talk, because that's what it takes to your last penny. If this is what you believe in, then you do what you need to do. You're going to do every single thing you need to do to the last penny because you all believed. If they didn't believe in you, who knows, you would have been doing this movie by yourself, but people believed in what you were doing. And that was the beautiful thing.
And what you're saying is true, because the first advert that went out was Andy Bradley's got a Lovers Rock movie out. So somebody bought a ticket. They don't know what the movie's about. I don't think they still don't. The trailer only went out
right
a week now.
Yeah.
But who's coming already bought their tickets? So it wasn't about what they saw on the screen. They're there because that guy's done something else and we're going to go.
Right. Exactly what I said. If they didn't believe in you, because you got to remember, if people say Anthony Brighty, they're going to say Black Slate. Black Slate wasn't just a group, it was a movement.
Right.
It was a movement at a time when people needed that. It helped them to get through their day to day. It was a movement. So that's why I say, if they didn't believe in you, with Black Slate, whatever the group or you individually, come on.
Yeah.
So it started with this. So it's what you were putting out at the time that was needed, that hope. The hope in the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere for people to go and just take it all in. You started that. You all started that. So there are so many people who haven't forgotten that. They haven't forgotten. But now I might do movie, they'll be like, wait, who? Anthony? Where I never gonna say that. Don't know the name. No, them not even know if I get stuff movie, love movie. They don't know, but they're going.
Right.
That in itself is all you needed, mate. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, how much people them? Me never put out nothing about the movie yet, but they're going.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. You can't make that up. That's real talk, real life, and people are looking for something else. That means they're looking for that nostalgia again, right? They're trying to recreate that nostalgia because it just seems to be slipping, but it's still there.
You know,
it's slipping.
There's a group of guys that I meet once a year, and the guy who hosts it, he tells everybody, Andy's coming over for lunch, and you get a group of men turn up, and one of the guys, he says, me have to go and see him, me have to come, and you know, when he said to me, boy, you don't know who he is, but he knows who you are, but he's opened the door for him to have a one-to-one. And when he sat down and spoke to me, and he said, your father, George Brighty, I had to call him Mr. Brighty, but your father, George Brighty, he helped me to have my first blues dance. He gave me the drinks, blah, 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 blah. And that would have been 45 years ago. And he's only getting the chance to tell me now.
Yeah.
And then he's talking about his story, and I'm saying, but that story is fading away. We start to talk about at the end of a dance when they turn on the light and man a shuffle. And just like this year alone, I went to Jamaica. I met a guy called Johnny Mahoney, and I said, listen, I need to film you shuffling because we don't have no more shuffler. Anybody who's a shuffler is like 70 years old now. And no one taught anyone to shuffle again. And, you know, and it's only one set of people, you know what I mean? They don't do, you know what I mean? I stopped playing shuffling records because they stole my record box. So therefore, it took away that section of my selection, and none of us could shuffle of my age group. So we just started to dance soul. We never bothered to take up the shuffling thing. And then it died. So it's a memory that of the few who know about it.
Right.
But when you look at somebody doing tap dancing now, we remember those old films and say, "Oh yeah, you remember the tap dancing?" Look at that.
Yeah.
So what happens when they see us do it? Can you imagine a Lovers Rock movie with tap dancing in it? You understand? It's talking about the creativity of us using our arts in what we're able to do. So, my opening statement when they come tomorrow, I said, I'm telling them straight, it doesn't matter whether they like the movie or not. The reason why you're here is because you guys need to right now.
Right. Somebody wrote 10 Stalkers Shuffle with me.
Sparky Melody, pick up yourself.
Big up Sparky Melody.
Time.
Yes, that's funny. I know that Sparky Melody can shuffle. So you stay at the top about 10 steps. Sparky, I know what you can do, Keep himself right, say go shuffle. And it's funny, I gotta say this real quick because I have an uncle like that. And he's 70-something years old. I promise you, listen. That man went through some stuff, but put on the music. I've never seen the man shuffle like that. I see him flip. I thought he was gonna die. And he's like 70, he's close to 80, and he can still do that. So it's needed. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's a beautiful thing. And I commend you on this movie. I think I could see in my head what it is and what it's going to be about and what it's going to do for me. Because, listen, if I'll be a liar if I say I don't, I'll be a liar if I say I don't dig. But if I want to see a movie, I'm digging for something that's ours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something that's ours.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you how far Netflix goes to try and catch us. They will watch the way we've watched films, and they'll do different trailer posters with put black people in it, just for us to click it. And then you realize that's the cleaner. He's not even. Where is the black man in this movie?
Yeah, right.
That's how much we're looking for our own. That we'll watch something, whether he's in the top 10 actors or not. And I'm not saying everyone's like that, but there's enough of us like that that can pay the bill. Yeah, it's true. So well, here we are. I want you to tell us again when the movie's coming out, where it's going to be showing, right, and where people could get the tickets. I want you to do that for me. Okay, so the Anthony Brighty film, For the Love, his Lovers Rock story, in this time is going to be showing on Wednesday the 28th at the Genesis Cinema, Whitechapel. Doors open at 7:30. We'll be showing at 8 o'clock. 8:30 will be showing the movie. And you can get your ticket from anthonybrightly.com. Simple things. Just go to anthonybrightly.com. You'll see tickets, press the button. And And one of the questions people ask, what's the difference between a VIP ticket and a standard ticket? VIP is the same seat. You just putting more money in the pocket to make the next movie. And we'll let you go in and choose your seat first. Literally, that's what it is. So you'll get a sticker that says you're a VIP. But basically, we're asking you to come and support the cause for where we're moving forward, and that's what this is all about. I look forward to when everybody buys a VIP ticket. And, you know, the kickbacks are beautiful. I look forward to when people buy tickets in advance. I look forward to whatever it takes so that we can create those budgets to make those bigger budget movies. And that's what this is all about for us. I think it's, you know what I mean, the support that we've been getting, you know what I mean, statements that people make, makes me, it makes me continue. When you see somebody who has listened to you talk once, twice, right. 3 times, and still I listen to you talk, it encourages, you know what I mean, it makes you just like, you can't stop, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what pressure you're under. It's almost like stopping is like an insult to every one of those persons who have said, I hear your advert. Even that person says, I hear you have a new movie. That person who says to somebody else, Andy Bradley's got another movie. Even that alone is part of the movement that's propelling me to keep on going. Because me not lie. Sometimes it's like, why am I doing this?
Yes. And if you have never come to that conclusion, then you really don't know what you're doing. Once you've come to that conclusion, why am I doing this again? Because it's not easy. It is. I know it's not easy. But once you've come to that, I should say self-realization to be like, why? You're doing it right.
Yeah.
That's when you know you're doing it right. You know, and that's what's scary. I think what we're going to do, I want to play a clip. We want to play a clip. I want to see if 10 Star could do it for me, a clip of the movie. Because as much as he can't get on, he is steady working in the background. 10 Star, if you can hear me, please play a clip.
If I don't tell my own story, it's going to become his story.
I have all these nice
And now you need a map?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
Companionship.
That's the only reason why.
If I had the key to the world. No, hello. Yeah, we would. I want a ramen cheese and a large one. No, like that too, please.
I do my show every week. And it just feels like I don't even know if anyone's listening to it.
So me and nobody.
That man made me the woman I am today.
10 times now.
Who? You? Which shrine time? Listen, you walk up and down the beach all day. I play your own music talking about
Sir George, the #1 entertainer.
When you see him from the corner, I mean, I hear it.
No, I see. Tall dog and what's when you come around.
Could you point me towards the taxi places, please? Ah, thank you.
He even went after the taxi. Stopped it. And I gave him my number.
Shut up. Personal detail. Did you not ask for a credit check or his qualifications or his income? What? You did not ask for any of that?
He's on his way to Antigua to see you.
Yes. Oh, my girl's in it too. Oh my God. Everybody, yes, this is wonderful. Yeah, we love it. It's gonna be look, Sparky Melody, he said
I have to big up Sparky Melody because if anyone can make me feel good, he makes me feel good.
He has that way about him. Anybody that comes into contact, because it's like, well, I've never met him, but we talk all the time through text or whatever. But it's like I've known him all my life. He's that person. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just that person. Yeah. And he's one of a kind. He does make you feel like you could do it.
I've seen him pop up so many times. And he just gives us these one-liners. And I have to pick up every time, Sparky Melody, because believe me, if I needed inspiration, you inspire me. And the reason, and as I keep on saying, we have actors, and my aim is to get these seasoned actors into our film. So I had to have Judith in there.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've got Felicity Ethnic in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she plays two parts. She plays herself as the reality, and then she does a big titty pearl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? and then you got a set of young people who no one knows.
Yeah.
And my aim is to all of the, you know, that if you remember that whole No Problems cast, those guys, the posse. If I can do a movie and have all of those people in there, as our veteran actors, seasoned actors, you know, like Brian Bovell, you know, these guys have stayed to their craft.
Yeah.
But no one's making movies for them.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, that's my dream. That's my dream. Because that will be a star-studded cast where, come on, that alone is going to be like, it's got to be.
It's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's going to happen. Just make sure me is there. That's how I'm going to say. You find look apart from me. Me will work out. Work it out. So DJ Maestro says all the best for the movie. All the utmost success, Mr. Brighty. That's DJ Maestro from loversrockradio.com. Love him. Yeah, that's my brother from another mother. And I will say that Lovers Rock Radio, don't ramp with the music. They bring back the nostalgia. They bring back all you guys' music. It's a wonderful thing.
And the thing about they play new music.
And they play new music.
Beautiful. Which is beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. Love it. It's wonderful. 10 Star, of course, asked to he's so sorry. But whatever was going on his end, it was great yesterday, but today's acting up. But
can you believe it? I play it sometimes. It
happens sometimes, but me is here. Me will hold it down. That's why they need me in that movie, because me will hold it down. You need a local presenter in a movie. Here I am. I will definitely.
Careful what you say, though.
Listen, listen. I am serious as money. You know, before I say anything else, let me just say how proud I am of you. This is an amazing feat. It is needed. I can't wait for it, especially stateside, because there really is a lot of us over here, you know. And who said what? Sparky Miller said, tell him to put the one on the
Right. No, you see just that statement alone.
Yeah.
Only some people can understand what it means.
Yes.
They used to have televisions that used to have to put 2 shillings in the back and it would run. This is what I'm saying. We have a history that, you know what I mean, the paraffin man, you know, the coal and you have to run outside. Or when you see the paraffin heater and you just see the wick go whoop, whoop, and you don't have no more paraffin.
No more.
Listen, come on. And what I'm saying is, it's about the story of what brought us to where we are today.
Yeah.
So we're following on from those stories that we've had before, but we've got more. We've got more that we've got to.
Maestro he's showing his age, mate. Yeah.
Well, this is exactly what I say. We've got an age here where we are now, and we want to make sure at this age that we can sit down and watch young people enjoy us watching them enjoy living our life on the big screen.
Yeah.
And we can sit back and kick back and say, yeah, man, I remember those days.
Yeah, it's true.
They're talking about honoring our parents and they're doing different things, but they're choosing where they're funding and who they're giving money to and what they're doing it for.
Yeah.
They're choosing.
Mm-hmm.
They're choosing. So I'm saying, all right, you've chosen not to choose us, but we're going to do it ourselves. And this is where we are. And I honestly believe that we are going to become one of the biggest black corporate companies they hit the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to own it ourselves. We're going to put our name to it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's £1, £10, £100, and no one can take it away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No one will be able to take it away. They can't buy us out and say, all right, we'll look after it for you now because it's too big for you. They won't be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I stand.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going on that platform on Wednesday and talk. That is the conversation. I'm telling you, I'm trying to salesman now. Before they see any movie, let me tell you what we have to do now.
I think that's very
They've come out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you have to. It's a message. And hopefully there'll be a lot of young people in there who need to hear this. You know what I mean? Who need to get off the streets, who need to have something to believe in. You've got to tell that story before they even view it. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. You have to. So well. I didn't care about me know some new seats soon.
You wanna get your belly full today, boy.
Get the belly full, but yeah. Again, let me say on behalf of 10 Star, he's not there, but I mean, I'll control things right now. So, that being said, Anthony Brighty, thank you so much. There's so much I want to say, but I can't tell you everything. All I know is Wednesday is fast upon us, and I really hope and pray you get an amazing turnout.
Yeah, I pray for that.
Yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's good weather too, because the more the weather good, the more people come out, right? So, again, congratulations. I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. I really, really am, because it's a part of my history too, and I look forward to the next one coming. Although the first one just about reached, but the next one coming, whatever that story is.
Well, let me tell you now. All you have to do is get a group of friends together and say, find a small cinema, whether it is 20-seater, 30-seater, 40-seater, whatever, and I'll be on a plane with my tape underneath my hand.
Oh, well, there it is, isn't it? Well,
Simple as that.
Just
have a party, a movie party. That's
right.
All.
You're
Simple
right.
as that. A movie party. And everybody I sit down so they don't have to worry. And I'll play the music afterwards. Simple thing.
Yeah,
you know what? It's as simple as that. You host a movie party, Sir George will play. I will show the film.
Yeah. I think that that's a good idea. Like I said, there is a lot of us here. And I know that because I went to an event because one of the presenters at Lovers Rock Radio, who's from the Carolinas, who lives in the Carolinas, but came to New York. And it was a wonderful thing. Me and my sister went. But it was not, it was all of us from London. You know what I'm saying? It was that, and I said, it's great.
Without even realizing the connection is there. People don't realize how much people left in the 70s.
Yeah.
And went to New York. And then from New York, traveled down south, or got up north a little bit.
Exactly.
And created a whole different thing. So, yeah. And you're right. And anyone can put on these movie parties.
Yeah.
Simple thing. And we play the movie and have a dance. It'll be different.
Yeah.
But it'll get people out.
Yeah.
And for them people who need to sit down and only want to stand up for a little bit, come on, let's do it. Luton, you're in. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm here. And when we're not here, I can come here. So whatever it is I need to do, come on, let's do it. Because I've done a lot of interviews and I keep on doing interviews and saying the same thing. And I think sometimes because they've made the movie industry so far away, makes us think that we can't do it. But we can. We can. We can. We can do it. Because all we have to say, all right, we're going to buy all the seats in this theater, the smallest room you have, but you want us to show our film. Simple as that.
That's it.
Simple as that. So, yeah.
All right. Well, again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Brightly.
My dear.
We'll talk soon. 10 Star says again, apologies, but he's somewhere in the background. But like I said, it's not.
No, big respect. Big respect. Thank you. And yeah, I look forward to when I talk and tell you how it was.
Oh, well, yes. I know I'm going to hear it because I have a few friends. I'm going to see if I could get to them who out there, but go, if you can go, just go. And they can tell me, but I'll let you know anyway, just in case. But listen, put this name on the board now. Them say them are come, but we'll find out about it. Put it on the list. But I know 10 Stars supposed to be going Sparky Melody, DJ Maestro. Please make sure that you reach. Big up to both of them on loversrockradio.com.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for you. So we'll talk. Again, thank you so much for coming. I wish you well. This is going to be an amazing feat. And I'll let you know on stateside, when I contact some people, listen, what does Sparky say? 10 Star and I went to see the Bob Marley private showing in Luton.
Yeah.
All right. So there it is. And that was a private showing.
It can be done. So it can be done. Simple thing.
Of course it can be. Yeah. It can be done.
Yeah. Let's do it. It
can be done. It can be done.
All right. Well, look, I have on my website, anthonybrightly.com, there's a direct WhatsApp. So Sparky, just send me a message and we create the connection. All right. Let's do it. This is what we're doing. This is the reason why we do these interviews, so we can create the connections. Right. And the easiest man to get all of, anthonybrightly.com. Email, WhatsApp, it calls, my number's there. Simple things. All right? So wherever I'm in the world, that WhatsApp gets me.
Okay, well, there it is.
Let's go. All right?
All right.
10 Star, man, go big up on yourself every time. Big love always. It's always a pleasure to be on the show. And thank you very much for your time. I know yesterday it didn't work out, but today we'll make it happen. So thank you. And I look forward to the next one. All right?
Yep. All right, Frank.
All right. Respect.
All
Take
right.
care. Nice.
All right.